You said that you accurately described how she was behaving. Now, I'm not going to get into that argument, but the way you described it is actually the issue by choosing to describe her as hysterical. When you used that word, were you aware just how loaded that term is? Were you aware of the overtones?
What are there words that you can use to describe men and women that are different, are there, Wally?
Well, actually, in the case of hysterical, that's historically exactly true, yeah.
What I was trying to describe is what was happening next to me. Whether it had been you sitting there or Carrie sitting there, I would have used exactly the same word.
No, I understand that, but just using that word to describe me would be different, because for 4,000 years, women were described as hysterical as a way of trying to say that they were irrational, incapable of being reasonable because they had ovaries. I mean, hysteria, the Latin root of it is womb. That's why you have a hysterectomy.
As I just said, I would have used the same word about you or Carrie.
No, but what I'm saying is it's different when you apply it to me.
But you're not hearing me. I would have said that about Carrie if she'd acted like that woman had last night. I have no knowledge of the background of the word hysteria. I was describing her as hysterical because I think she was.
But the idea that this has been a word that has been used to try to silence women for a long time, I accept that you might say you weren't aware of that fact. Let's just take that as a given. But now that you are, do you think, or do you accept that it's an inappropriate way to respond to a woman who's speaking, particularly when they're talking about attitudes prevalent in society and in media that belittle women and limit their ability to speak?
No, I don't.
You still don't, even after that?
No, I will describe things as I see them. I don't need to make judgments about whether it's a man and a woman. If that's the way the person's acting, I'll call it out every time. I don't need to change my behaviour in that area.